We're going to explain how to subtract rows in Excel. There isn't a single subtract rows function, but we can achieve this using several methods depending on what you want to accomplish. Let's cover the most common scenarios. 1. Subtracting corresponding cells in 2 rows. Suppose you have 2 rows of numbers, say row 1, 10, 20, 30, and row 2, 5, 10, 15, and you want to subtract row 2 from row 1. The simplest way is to use a formula in a third row. In cell C3 or any empty cell, enter the formula XA1A2 and press enter. This subtracts the value in A2 from A1. Then, copy this formula to the right to cells D3 and E3 by dragging the small square at the bottom right of the cell. This automatically adjusts the formula to LB1B2 and HAL C1 C2, giving you the results 5, 10, 15. Subtracting the sum of a row from another row's sum. Let's say you have the total sales for different products in 2 rows, row 4 and row 5, and you want to find the difference between the total sales of these 2 rows. First, you need to sum each row individually. In a cell, say F4, type X and SUM A4E4 to sum the sales in row 4, and similarly in F5, type ASA SUM A5E5 to sum the sales in row 5. Finally, to find the difference, in another cell, say G6, enter F4 F5. This will subtract the total of row 5 from the total of row 4. You can change the cell references to match your data. 3. Subtracting a single value from all cells in a row. If you want to subtract a constant value from each cell in a row, let's say 10 from row 7, you'll use a formula in a new row, say row 8. In cell A8, enter the formula EQ710 and press enter. Then copy this formula across to the right as explained in method 1. This will subtract 10 from each cell in row 7 and display the results in row 8. Remember to adjust the cell references and the constant value, 10 in this example, according to your data. 4. Using the paste special function. For more advanced scenarios, you can use the paste special function. First, select the cells whose values you want to subtract. Second, copy those cells. Third, select the cell where you want the result of subtraction. Then right-click and choose Paste Special. Choose Subtract from the options and click OK. This will subtract the copied values from the selected cell. Be careful with this method, as it modifies the data directly instead of creating a separate calculation. Always work on a copy of your data to avoid accidental data loss. These are common ways to subtract rows in Excel. The best method will depend on how your data is organized and what you are trying to calculate. Remember to always double-check your formulas and results to ensure